Hi Floss Tube, it's Kim. I am back. Sorry, it's a little bit over time than what I wanted to do, but life kind of got in the way. So my goal is to actually come back to you every couple of weeks, but it's been about 2.5 weeks, so not bad. Anyway, I got a few things to show you, mostly in haul, but I did make a lot of progress on my stitching too, so I wanted to show you that. But before we get started, I wanted to show you a finish that I had done many years ago. It's finished because I was single then, no kids, so I was able to accomplish some stitching at the time. And this is the piece that made me kind of fall in love with Chatelaine. So this is called The Water Garden by Chatelaine. And I saw this pattern on eBay, and I thought it was the most gorgeous thing I'd ever seen, and had to do it. So this is finished, and I don't know if you can see some of the details. So each of these took me 8 hours. I just remember that. These lily pads are completely beaded, as well as these little fish in the pond. But I love this. It's hanging over our fireplace. It's the only other chatelaine that I've gotten done. So you'll kind of see it in comparison to the whip that I'm doing now. But I love this one. This is one of my favorites. All right. So from a whip perspective, I have 4 whips to show you. I have a new one since last time, but I told you I was going to work on it. So that's good. One of them is the Halloween of Hakuren Hollow. I didn't do as much on this one. It wasn't calling to me. It might be just the blob of olive green that's getting to me. I usually like solid colors. I don't like confetti much, but it's getting a little bit much. So here it is. I did make progress, I promise, but that's as far as I've gotten on that skeleton block. So that's as far as I am, but it will continue, I promise. Yeah, I do love this piece, but for whatever reason, it's not calling to me as much as the couple other projects that I have going on. The other one I will show you is the Chatelaine. So this is Medieval Town Mandala. And honestly, I didn't make much progress on this either. So again, this is the full piece, and when this was first released, this is how long I've been working on it. When this was first released, it was released in months. So you would get the middle section would be part 1, then part 2, part 3. So what I'm doing is I'm working my way outwards to figure out what I have left to stitch. From back stitching to specialty stitches to beading. And I'm just working my way outward. So I'm on part 3 to see what's left. And part 3 has quite a bit of beading to it. So I'll show you that. Hopefully you can see it. So these are all beaded, and for whatever reason, these won't stay straight, so I'm going to have to press them back into place. But I've actually had to skip one bead in this top row because they won't all fit. So I've had to do that. And then these flowers, these top of these flowers are also beaded. Hopefully you can see that. And the way I beaded these, I had to actually take them out because, you know, usually you like all the beads to be the same way throughout, but what I found happening with these on the side here is that the stem would grow out this way, but with the beads it looked like the flower was growing this way. So I might be breaking some rules, but I took the beads out, and now the flower now faces the direction of that. Let me see if I can find it again. So now I think the flower faces the way the stem is growing. So if you can see, I've switched direction on how the beads are laid right there. I think it looks better. But at any rate, so I've got to do this to all 4 corners. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. That's a little problematic, that those beads aren't laying straight. I don't know. It'll look funny if they don't, so I got to figure something out. But as you can see, I've got to do that to all 4 corners. But I think those beads add a lot from the flower's perspective, so anyway, that's how far I am with that. Bus project. So I've had I made a lot more progress on this than I normally do. I call it the bus project, but I also carry it around with me. So when I have wait times and other things, I just pull it out and work on it. So I've had a lot of time to wait for various things. So at any rate, this is where I'm at with this one. This is called Hannah's Brownstone by the Scarlett House. I'll just kind of show that real quick. Okay. And this is where I'm at. So I was able to get the frame of this window done, as well as all of this, the door, the steps, and the bricks. My hope is I can get the outline or the mortar all done of the bricks, and then I don't even have to look at the pattern. I can just fill it in with the stitches. So that's kind of the goal, and I have not yet frogged this out. This is where I use 2 linen threads and not 1, and it's just too bulky. So I'm gonna pull those out. Anyway, there's that. And then my last whip that actually I just started after I posted my last video and I said I was going to work on this. It's been quite addicting, which is why I didn't make as much progress on the other ones. But this is the Blue Band sampler. And this, I am doing this in blue. It's a dark blue. Now, normally I would do something like this in a red, like what I'm wearing now, or a black, but it's called the Blue Band sampler. And it needs to be, I don't know. I'm having a hard time stitching the Blue Band sampler in anything but blue. It's just mentally challenging for me. So this is how long it's going to be. You can see that. See? So I think I'm starting around week 5. So in 2 weeks I've gotten through 5-week releases. So I've made really good progress on it, and it is addicting. I usually don't like stitching letters, but I can't put it down. And it stitches up pretty quick. Like I can do a week's worth in maybe a night or 2. So it's pretty quick. But yeah, isn't that cool? I think that's very cool. All right. So that's what I have for whips. So haul. Hang on to your toes. All right. So I got quite a few things. Some of them mostly in patterns. One thing you'll know or come to realize about me is I buy a lot of patterns. I buy the fabric and the thread when I'm ready to stitch on them, mostly from a cost perspective, but for whatever reason I need the patterns. And sometimes if they only come in kits, I'll get the kit. But at any rate, this is Witch Switch box. I showed another box last time. This was also from Faith Works Designs. It was an owl, but this is actually a different box, Witch Switch box. I thought that was really cute, so I got that. I got this, Rest in Peace by Stony Creek. I saw this done somewhere. I'm guessing it's probably Stitch Mania on Facebook, and it was amazing, so I had to get it. I'll probably use some sort of darker fabric for a background, some sort of overdyed. But yeah, this was pretty cool. I don't know how I'm going to get over stitching it in one color, but I'll figure it out. So this might be much like my skeletons on my Halloween. I might have to do it just little by little, but that's how we get things done. I am also part of the Stitchy Box Halloween countdown. So basically every day of the month of October, she has everything individually wrapped and you can open them. I've noticed on some of other individual floss tube videos that people have been showing them. So I'm not going to go through every single thing in the box. There are other videos that do that. So Kay is one of them. Kay, thank you very much for your shout out last week. I really do appreciate it. You're too kind. But Kay does an excellent job kind of showing the things that she's gotten in the box. But I will highlight a couple things that caught my attention specifically. So one is this thread, and it's kind of all tangled, but it's just a cool orange, overdyed orange. I love the color orange. I wish I could wear the color orange. It just does not look good on me, but I love it. And I can't wait to use it on something. I don't know what yet, but I will use it for something. The other thing I got out of that box is from Stone Street Stitch Works, is this pattern. And actually, I saw it on a website, and then I was watching the floss tube video of Just Keep Stitching, and Steph on there also bought this. But at any rate, love the pattern. Problem? I already own it. So, yeah. But that's okay. Like I said, I love the pattern, so might as well have two of them. Alright, what else did I get? So last video I showed you a couple clay accessory tins that I got. Well, I loved it so much I ordered a couple more. So the designs I got are really cool. I think one of them I'm going to give to a friend as a gift. Because she really loves dragonflies. So I'm going to show this real quick. Isn't that pretty? She hand makes all of that. Isn't that amazing? And so it just kind of slides open like this. Isn't that great? Oh, I love that. I love it. So I might give that one to a friend because dragonflies are her thing. And it's her birthday coming up next month. So the other one I got is this. I think it's a lily pad, but anyway, I got these from Fiberlicious Yummy Fabrics, I think. I'll make sure I note it below, but yeah, isn't that great? Look at that. Cool, huh? All right. So that's that. I also got a few other patterns, of course, all Halloween based because 'tis the season. And these aren't new, so I'm sure some of you have already seen these. So, Mr. Nahdi Owl from Just Nan. I love the acorn on the head. And you know what, when this first came out, I was like, okay. He has an acorn sitting on his head. I'm not sure that really does it for me. It wasn't until this Halloween when this came out. The Biscornu came out. And look who's sitting on top of that. Yep. The owl with the acorn on his head. Now, yes, I could have put a different owl on top of the Biscornu. I get it. But I'm kind of a rule follower when it comes to patterns. So at any rate, I got those. And then I also got this magazine, the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine for this fall. Yeah, 2017 fall issue. Now, I always thought that these were just punch needle. Yeah, I guess that was pretty naive of me to think, but no, they've got some great patterns in here. One of them specifically is this one. I think this is from Barbara, and yes. a Barbara Anna design. So yeah, isn't he cute? I love that. But there are other patterns in here too that are awesome. So I picked this magazine up and I'm going to do them. I won't be doing any of the punch needle. I need another hobby, like a hole in the head. So no punch needle for me. And the last thing that I got, so I don't use threaders, but I had, when I saw this, I had to get it. And I'm not a unicorn person either, but I thought this was the cutest thing ever. It's made out of blown glass. And I got this off of Heaven and Earth Designs, their website. She sold out of these already, but I just love it. I thought it was gorgeous. So I might start using a threader because I have one now. Isn't that cute? I think that's cute. So at any rate, I think that covers kind of my haul. I did get some needle minders as well, but I think I might save those for next time. So it's kind of funny. I don't use needle minders, but I think they're amazing. I think they're very cute. So I have a lot of them. I do also do needlepoint and some beading in which I use the needle minders, but not so much on my stitching because I stitch in hand. But at any rate, I will show those to you in another video. As far as what I hope to work on for next time, I mean, it's the 4 whips that I showed you. So the Medieval Town Mandala, the Blue Band sampler from iStitch Designs, and my bus project, as well as the Halloween from Hakuren Hollow. So I don't know, that's really not calling to me now, so I can't promise you that there'll be much progress, but hopefully soon we'll get back to it. But I really do feel almost obligated to do MTM. I'm so close to being done, but getting out the beads and just getting those beads on there, it just about kills me. It's like pulling teeth. And plus, with a 3 and a 5-year-old running around, to not want to touch my beads, it's challenging. Anyway, I hope you have a great couple weeks. I will see you soon. I'm sure I'm going to have more haul. I know stuff is already in the mail, so I will show it to you then. All right, take care. Happy stitching. Bye.